Hey, this is Todd and the Choice One Products bringing another how to remove something video. We have a 2005 Chrysler Town and Country 3.3 liter V6. The intake is leaking. You can get down in there. See some crud down underneath the power steering pump. So we're going to start taking it apart. Already got the air intake part here taken off, so we'll start taking it apart. A lot of the newer connectors now have these tabs to pull the tab back, pinch this down here and pull it off. So otherwise you'll break something. Not a huge deal, but it's nicer to do it the right way. We'll loosen and remove the bolts, 8mm bolt heads for the EGR tube. And the fuel line here, probably push the fuel line in, pull that black part in towards the fuel line as far as you can, and it should come off. Like that. Push this thing, push the fuel line in, push this black thing as far as in as it'll go, and pull it off. Alright, then I loosened up the two bolts up here, 8mm bolts, loosened all the 10mm bolts on the upper intake plenum, and you can just kind of tilt it, and this will tilt to the side, and you can move that off to the side, and we'll go from there. Kind of one-handed, I can't do it, but trust me, it'll work. Here we are with the upper intake taken off, and you will have to be careful with the clips. Again, the red clip, just to pull it up, then it pulls off into that red clip. So getting the power steering assembly here off, the little power steering reservoir. It's got a 10mm nut. Just have to loosen it, and then that assembly will just lift up and slide out. There's that red clip you have to slide back to take the connector off the coil. After you get the coil and the base plate out of the way, then you just disconnect the temperature sensor back there, and also move the clamp and remove the heater hose. And it should be ready to unbolt the intake manifold. So there's quite a bit of evidence of leaking for a while. There's two bolts. Hold this gasket in place actually. There's one. And two. Just pull the gasket out. Just want to be careful with this. Don't want to lose it. We have the gasket installed, and just put the intake manifold in place. Make sure you finger tighten the bolts before you put a wrench on them and start reefing on them. Yeah. tightening sequence right there for you. Specs about 200 inch-pounds is what I have, or I have another specification in Newton meters of about 23. So good luck to you. So here's the 3.3 liter, and we're putting it back together. Just a note about the plug wires and the coil. 135 are in the back. As you're looking at it right now, 135 in the back from left to right. And the front is 246, also from left to right. Looking at it like this. Coil, I don't know if you can see the numbers. 5, 5, 1, 3, 6, 4, 2, and it sits in the it'll sit in there just like it is right now with the connector in the back.